Hi guys, this is Dormouse03 and this is Remember Me on Memory Hunter difficulty. I'm going to be keeping in all the cutscenes in this because I couldn't skip through them and I wanted to share the story with you guys, so I will see you after this opening sequence.
After our boat sank, I was the only refugee to reach the shore. I held my husband's hand until the very last second. I can still feel the nails of his fingers sticking into mine, you know?
The first night he said to me, "Let's share our memories." I remember I was sort of afraid, but and he smiled and we hit the switch together and then I felt everything. For the first time I was living all of his love for me. It felt so warm and so strong that it almost hurt. For the last 3 years, every day has been our first day.
The weather was so hot that day. The streets stank of this awful smell of burning plastic. I walked with the other children across town until we were outside of Paris. No one fired. The war was over. I don't know if I'll ever find the courage to give these memories to my son, but I'm relieved to know that they are all safe and secure.
Thanks to my Sen-Sen, I choose to remember every defining moment of my life. Good ones and the bad. Thanks to my Sen-Sen, my husband lives on. Here and here.
Host memory wiped. Sen-Sen awaiting new memorial content.
Good day. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What is your name?
Nilin.
What year? What did you say?
Nilin.
Damn. Now that's a first. Not to worry. We'll scrape away those last memories. What year is it?
I don't know.
It's 2084. Do you know where you are?
No.
Not so resistant after all. Thank you for your cooperation. Dr. Quaid.
Yes.
This subject is displaying some resistance.
Complete the substitution protocols, then send her to me. I'll erase the last barriers myself.
Yes, Doctor.
Good day. Raise your head, please. Thank you. Now stand up. Please follow the orange line to your next assignment.
Where the hell?
Alright guys, so here we are in control of Nilin. And this is Remember Me. So I'm going to be talking about throughout this game as things come up, things that I liked about it, because I think that, to me, this really felt like an underrated game. I know when it came out, I don't think it did all that well. It was a new IP from Capcom a couple years ago, I think. Maybe it was last year. And I don't know, I felt like this was a really nice new series. And I wish that it did a little better than it did, and that we could get more from this universe, because I think that it's a really interesting premise and an interesting place, and had some mechanics that they introduced that were pretty cool and have a lot of potential, I think, to be used in different and better ways and whatnot. So I'll be talking about all that stuff as we get to it, but this is opening sequence stuff right here. Obviously, your memory has been wiped, and you're standing in line to get the rest of the traces of who you are erased from you. And the first thing that I'll say that I liked about the premise of this story is the way that it raises issues of like memory and how memory is tied to who we are.
Don't let them do it.
So like,
create a diversion. Be ready to
if
move
our
when I
memories
say.
were different, or if our memories were
On the voice,
erased,
you have to
you know,
listen
would
to
we
if
be
you
the
wanna
same
live.
people, essentially? Or would things change? And I think that's a really interesting idea. I mean, it's not, it's definitely not a new idea. Things have explored that before. But, I don't know, I felt like this was, if not the most original take on it, I think it was a very well fleshed out take on that idea, so I appreciated that.
That got their attention. Millen, the large metal shutter is going to raise on your left. If you understood me, move your head. I'm linked to your senses.
And this is our friend,
The door.
who we don't know what his name is just yet, and he's helping you to escape, so I'm gonna go over here and slide up underneath this thing that seems very dangerous, but I guess the power's out, so I'm not gonna get cut in half just there. That would kind of stink to just get chopped in half at the very beginning of the game. Story over. Here's a big robot. It's foreboding. Like, oh, is this thing going to be an enemy? Maybe. I don't know. And you get about 15 steps from it, and yes, there it is. And obviously you don't have anything to fight this guy with at this point, so just running away, trying not to run into boxes. And there's a vent over here, or passage, I guess, on the right. And here we have escaped.
Get up. You've got to keep going.
I think it was also a good choice to make the main character someone who'd had her memory wiped at the very beginning, because it puts you into this world from a perspective of someone who doesn't know everything or a whole lot about it, and so it lets you have that sort of connection to the protagonist where
Slide into a
they're
casket. Quickly.
learning everything along with you, which is cool. There are some caskets over here, and you drop yourself in one and escape. So that's essentially the end of episode 0, sort of a introductory prologue thing, and not a whole lot to it, just a lot of sort of walking around and running to where you need to go. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this last little cutscene here, and I will see you in episode 1 proper.
Are you okay?
No, I need to get out of here. Get me out of here now!
Calm down. My name is Edge. You have to trust me, sis.
I just did, bro, and now I am trapped in a coffin!
I must prepare you for what is waiting outside. The enemy is Memorize, a corporation that has digitized and commoditized memories. They call it Sen technology, and the world is addicted to it. You follow.
Yes.
You were a memory hunter, Nilla, the best. Other hunters merely pillage memories, but you can remix them. And above all, you are an errorist, just like me.
Why did they do this to me?
You were a revolutionary fighter and my best agent. We all fought to assure that no firm might build a monopoly on all human memories. But I failed. We were rounded up and imprisoned.
Oh, this is all very interesting, but I really have to get out of this coffin now!
The currents are going to take you to Slum 404. Once you've landed, I'll tell you my plan.